Hi, my name is Kenneth Stitt. The master I chose to talk about today is Teresa Fernandez. Fernandez was always amused by alchemy at a young age while she was still a child. And as she grew through her out to her childhood, she had a particular sense of skill. She loved to get a reaction from the people and the viewers of her work. Like she wanted a strong reaction. And that's really the reason why I chose her. Because as I grew up and as I got into doing broadcasts in my bachelor's program, I love to do things that got the viewers involved, got a reaction from them. And as I go and follow my mastery journey, I actually want to get people and viewers to have a strong reaction for the movies I put out. But back to Fernandez. Um, One thing that Fernandez did, it was a sculpture in Seattle, Washington, that she did on the bridge. She picked panels of glass up and she drew the sky. But what made this so unique was in the daytime, if it was cloudy and rainy, it looked like the clouds, like as you walk through it, you could just see the clouds, like different clouds moving through the sky, which we all know in Seattle that most of the time it's raining. But so on a good day when it was actually sunny in Seattle, it it changed. The picture was not the same. It actually showed the sun coming through the panels, and it showed that the sky that was actually, it portrayed the sky above. But when the clouds were there, when it was cloudy and rainy, you could still see a blue sky with the clouds just kind of flown through. That was so unique to me that it was it wasn't reality, but it made it seem like it was so real. If I could ask Fernandez two questions, my two questions would be, well, my first question would be to Fernandez is, what did she do to get her creative thought process started? Like, did she take a walk in the park? Like, what methods or what routine did she go through to actually start her process? Because I know for me, it takes me a while to actually come up with a creative idea when I'm actually trying to. But when I'm not trying to, it's easy to come up with a creative idea, which that might also be for a lot of people. And so my second question would be, once she came up with that idea, what was her first step on making that creative idea a reality? Like, what did she do? Did she come up with even more ideas? Did she just say, hey, I'm finished store right now on my creative idea and see where it goes? And then as I go upon this idea, will I bring in other ideas? Like, what was her process to making that creative idea of sculpture or art? Like, for me, it would help me out because that would help me with how would I turn my creative idea in my head to a great script or a great video. So the two deadly realities that I would be talking about would be envy and laziness. And I chose these two for the fact that I feel like on our mastery journey, it's something that everybody will face. Everybody will have a moment where they're envious, or that they have a moment of laziness. So when envy is to compare yourself to others, or to look and say, hey, this person is in my field, they're making this amount of money and I'm making this amount of money. So, and I feel like we all will go through that. We will all compare ourselves to somebody. We may not hate that person or dislike that person, but we're comparing our wealth to their wealth, or our art art to their art. And I feel like no matter how you do it, that is envy. And so the other one that I want to talk about is laziness. And I feel like we all have our lazy moments. I know I do. And laziness is just when, as the book say, is when you're trying to take the quickest path, the easiest route to your goal. And we all have that moment where we want to cut corners and do the easy thing and not take that hard way, so we can easily get to our goal, easily get done with our work, easily get done with a project, so we can go do other things that we want to do.